Well, welcome back. In the last episode, we made our way through the opening tutorial of the game and through the first part of Perils of the Coral Reef, or the first part of the Coral Reef. And we've now made our way on to Trial Without Error, which is the third level in the game. This kind of whole area acts as a bit of a hub for the first chapter. And we'll actually come back to this level, I think, at least 2 or 3 times. So we don't have to worry too much about getting all the vitalates right away. Actually, in terms of coming back to this later on, it will be a very quick visit. So let's just start off and see what the Guardian's telling us here. In this reef, there are many secrets. Use your newfound strength to drop the stone upon the sand. Within lies the gatekeeper, and the cave of secrets opens beyond. Wonder what that means. In the opening, we actually seen a couple of things of interest. So we've seen the octopus, which we were told about in the previous level by the dolphin. And in this crystal, it actually does a little bit of referencing to that. Within lies the gatekeeper, and the cave of secrets opens beyond. So I guess we'll get a little bit more context about that a little bit further on. We also seen a large rock that looked similar to a crocodile. So we don't know where any of these things are yet, but we'll start off by finding out. And I actually find it quite funny, those jellyfish are completely 2D at the moment. I've never seen that before. Anyway, let's go. See what we can find. Have a quick look at the map as well, just to get our bearings. So yeah, the map isn't the most useful thing on the planet sometimes, but we can see at least that we're coming up on an enemy. And we can't get to it, but just over the cliff next to us on our right is a friendly dolphin. Guess we'll get there a bit later on. Let's see what's out this way. Okay, first port of call, got to get the shark, and that was useless. Okay, off he goes. There's a dolphin over there, there's another shark, I'll get rid of that first before we start doing anything. Oh, man. Uh oh. That's unfortunate. Let's get some air. Need to get some health actually as well. We've taken a little bit of damage there. Now I think we'll go and talk to the dolphin first, see what he has to say. Oh, that was quite a good fish actually, that filled up half of my health. What have you got to say? If I can actually get you. Have you seen my 3 children? I think they're hiding from me. I've not seen anybody yet. Now, this level is got quite a difficult bit in it. Basically, one of the friendlies that we've seen there wasn't actually one of the kids, so there's kind of submissions in each level that you have to complete. And in this one, the main goal is to get past the gatekeeper. Now, we don't know who the gatekeeper is yet, but we can sort of assume that it might possibly be the octopus. But we don't know where he is currently either, so we need to do a little bit of exploring. This mother has lost her 3 children, so we're going to have to try and find them as well. You actually only have to do that if you want one of the vitalates, which is what we're doing. And I've already spotted one of the children here. Let's see what they've got to say for themselves. Go to my mother, just try to make me, catch me if you can. Let's see. Don't know if... I don't know how we catch him, but sonar him. Back. Yeah, I don't know. There we go. Just charge at him. You're fast. No one ever caught me before. Yep. Well, consider yourself caught. So we've also got a strength of vigour here. I'm not too sure what that would be useful for yet. However, I'm going to pick it up to get rid of this shark here. It's a one-hit kill on standard sharks, really useful if you've got one nearby. And we passed this vision glyph earlier, so let's go and check that out. So that's next to where we are just now. It's showing us very closely this rock, and it's somewhat unstable. Nothing happens if we just hit it ourselves. No. Maybe we need the vigor power upgrade. Let's try this. Go back over. Did that work? What did? Ah, that is broken through. So what's down here, I wonder? And there we have it. There is the octopus. And also, possibly, the gatekeeper. Now, as you've just seen there, the octopus actually can spit out ink in that harm's echo. So we're going to get out of here just now, because we don't entirely know what we're doing with that bit yet. It's in there as well. So let's see, so we've got 3 kids that we need to find. We've found one of them. Wow, that is a big starfish. We've opened that area there, so we've kind of dealt with that section. Interestingly enough, when you do that, the vision glyph disappears. Let's see, what else is there around here if we check out the map? Nothing overly obvious here. Now, interestingly enough, the game is actually saying that I should be going through a cave to the right of us here. So if we go back and press L3, it's going to point us in that direction, and we can head over. And I'm pretty sure, did I kill that shark? Maybe I didn't. Anyway, let's head in here. Can we see where we're going? Just about. And yes, there's a kid in here as well, just chilling in a cave, because of course, why would he not be? There is quite a lot of glowfish in here, so I suppose that's supposed to be an explanation as to why we can kind of see. But if you're playing the Dreamcast version, you've got a fat chance of seeing anything in here. Let's chat to him, see what he says. My mother wants me, okay, I'll go. I don't think you have to follow them back, but what we're going to do is quickly consult the map again. And yeah, saying to go back and talk to the mum. So let's do that first. Which direction is that? This way? We shall see. Could get rid of that shark, can't really be bothered. See what she has to say. To find the other 2, I'll be very grateful. Hang on, that's not right. You found 2 of them. You're better than me at finding their hideouts. Can you find the 3rd one too? I'm sure I can. Right. I think we go through this cave here. Have a little explore and see. Avoid the jellyfish as we go. Try and pick up a little bit more health while we're doing it. And we've been greeted with the great white shark music again. That's slightly unsettling. Let's see what the Guardian has to say. Seek the one who fears sharks when he is safe. Lead him to the gatekeeper, then you may enter the Cave of Secrets. I don't really know what this Cave of Secrets is, to be perfectly honest with you. But the Guardian is being a bit coy about it, so I guess we'll find out at some point. But for now, let's find the one who fears sharks. And, well, certainly here's all of the sharks. There's plenty of them here. Wow. That was a lot. There's a dolphin there. I'm trying to actually get a fish. And that was rubbish. Not very nutritious fish in this little section, probably because he's been scoffing them all. Come on. Yeah, right, there we go. Right, let's get some air and then find out what he has to say for himself. come on. Thank goodness you're here. The sharks have trapped me and I'm afraid to leave. Okay, so I assume you want me to get rid of the sharks, so let's go and do that. So I believe in here is a... I thought there might have been a power up in here, but there's not. There's definitely one somewhere though. I just don't entirely know where. I'm sure there's one. Is there not? Oh, I could have sworn there was a power up around here somewhere. Definitely not there. Up the top. I'm getting absolutely hammered by those. There's the first vital of the level, hidden behind that cave opening there. And we already need some health, so let's see what we can manage. Don't want to spend too long in this area because, whoa, you definitely don't want them, that's the poisonous ones. The beginning of the game is quite slow paced, it's quite easy on you, and definitely leans quite heavy into the exploration aspect. Gives you plenty of time to kind of take in the environment and get bit in the arse by a shark. I could have swore there was a power up around here somewhere. It might be in this guy's wee bit. Yes, it is. There's a power up hidden up here. I'm actually just going to... Oh, he followed me in. Don't think I've seen that before. He's scared of sharks and he's just chilling out in here and they can come in anyway. Anyway, let's try and up our health a little bit. I might actually, just for the sake of speeding things up here, head back out and try and catch. Oh, come on. Oh. Okay. Right, let's get this this power up. That is well tucked away in there. And that should make really light work of these guys, because it's all one-hit kills. Right, we've got one left. Ooh, I'm about to die. And unfortunately, it's going to take me so long to get a fish here that that is probably going to wear out. Nope, all good. Managed it just before it wore off. Let's go back and chat to Scaredy Pants over here. Thank you for saving me, Echo. Meet me at the tall rocks in the large bay. So that's where we were and knocked the rock over, I believe. So he's going to disappear off himself. As we're going, I'm just going to double check the location of some of the vitalates. So yeah, that was vitalet number 3 that I got, so I'm doing that in a slightly weird order. But I'm just checking to make sure so that I don't have to kind of backtrack too far. If I ever do miss any drastically, I'm probably not going to include it and I'll edit it out, just because it can be a bit boring sometimes just backtracking places. But that's us back in the large bay. So this level, as I said at the start, is actually a hub level for the kind of start, or at least the first portion of the chapter that we're in. And there's 3 level entrances just in this one level alone. So we do revisit to it a couple of times. And I was a bit slow on stunning that shark there. Let's try and get him. There we go. As I said in the last episode, it kind of can be surplus to requirements getting rid of all the sharks, because they do eventually just respawn anyway, which is quite annoying when you come back. It's sort of a waste of time, but it was alright when we first were checking out what was happening. I'll never really understand fighting sharks sometimes. I think the idea is that you're not supposed to continually try and hit them head on. So we've helped him, he's come back here. Now technically what we can do is just follow him and he will take us to the next level. But we still have to find the rest of her kids. And to be able to get that last vital. In fact, that might be the one that I was looking for, to be fair. And on the map here, we can see there's actually some big hammerhead sharks up ahead once we go through this section. So we'll have to dispatch them and then continue on a little bit further round. Hopefully we can find the kids, or the final kid. Now these I think are tougher than the normal sharks, and I was actually trying to get away from him there, but Echo auto-aimed back into his face and didn't auto-aim at all, and now I'm getting just absolutely swamped. Found the last kid at least. He's kicking about in here, because of course he would be. Bucky little shit. Other ones, the adult's scared of normal sharks, and this one's just chilling in a bay with some hammerheads, but whatever suits it. Let's get this one. Sometimes some of the frustrations from this game does actually come from Echo just continually yelping at you when you're in the middle of trying to do stuff. When we progress the game a little bit further, we will actually get a power which increases your air meter. It's definitely a welcome addition later on. And we found our second vitalet. It's just behind here. Quite easy to see actually, some of those ones. But yeah, I believe that was number 4. So let's go and talk to the final baby here. I won't go to my mother unless you take me to her, right, okay. So a little bit of an escort mission here. I'm gonna have to take him back. She is this direction, so just make sure that he's following us. I don't know if he can keep up with us. Yeah, he can. It's going like the clappers here. Is he just going to go? I think he's just now automatically going straight to her, so that's fine. We'll just take a little minute to enjoy the environment. It is a beautiful game, this, you have to admit. And there we go, that's him officially part of the pack again. Thank you, Echo. As a reward for your kindness, I will sing you an old riddle that my parents taught me. High upon the island, there is a hidden lair. Leap into the darkness where colours are in air. I wonder what it means. Well, somehow what you did was you spawned the crystal, so well done. So that's our third vitalet, which I think is over here. Yes, it is. They're actually quite big. I used to think they were smaller than that, but not far off the size of Echo, to be fair. So we've done that. Let's see. So I think what we want to do now is just have a little look around where we haven't been yet. Have we been this direction? Who knows? Who knows? Because you can't even see. One example where the map is utter garbage. Did I go all the way through that cave? I think I did. Did I go all the way to the end of where I was before? I'm not entirely sure. Whoa. Okay. Let's see. Where haven't I been yet? Definitely haven't explored everywhere. I think I might have came back a bit early when I was taking that kid back. It's down this way. So this is where the hammerhead sharks were. Yep, so we didn't go down here, that's where it was. Pathfinding Dory. Just going to double check how many vitalets I've got. 3 out of 5, okay. And here's a shark. Let's dispatch of him quickly. Wow. It's always good. I just got continually hurt there. I tried to sonar the shark. Oh. Okay, so this is what happens when you're poisoned and you've got something chasing you. I have no clue where the right fish are. So we now need to get the antidote, which is the poison fish. There were probably ones nearer where I was, but the shark was also right there, so I didn't really want to hang about too long. What about these? Is this helpful? Nope. But I will take them anyway because it will refill my health that I'm losing. And also Echo moves really slow when you're poisoned as well. Really sluggish movement. So it's difficult to get everywhere, and he wants air. This is when you kind of start to sweat a little bit. A bit stressful. Oh, come on. There's definitely... Is that them there? Barracuda fish? No, it's those other ones again. Where's the barracuda fish? Spiky fish are definitely in this area somewhere. Oh man, and we've got him. That's not them. That's not them. Is that them? Yes. There we go, and that's us back to normal. Oof. Yeah. You want to try and avoid the jellyfish as much as possible. It's not so much of an issue if you hit them head on in the kind of top part, but if Echo at all touches the strands underneath them, he will become poisoned. And it's quite tricky when you're sometimes trying to avoid stuff, or they are very close to where you are. Take that. Okay, I've never been here before. What's happening here? So it's showing us the Vigor power up. Come round the corner. And there's a different power up that we don't know what that is yet. And that's got something to do with here. Now we can't pick that power up yet because we haven't actually learned the power, and that is why you revisit this section a couple of times, because we're going to deviate off and eventually be able to come back and pick this up. But if we try and pick it up now, which we can't because we actually need the power of Vigor, Echo will just bump into it, it won't actually do anything. However, if we go round the corner, we should be able to find fourth violet somewhere. Where is it? It should be here somewhere. Is it up in the sky? Is it obvious? I can hear a shark trying to get to me, but I don't know where it is, so... It definitely says that there's a violet power up here, but I'm not entirely sure if they changed locations between the Dreamcast and the PlayStation 2. That right there is absolute nonsense. I mean, look at that. That is crammed in there. Anyway, I found the fourth one. So I'm only missing one. And I think it might be back this way, so we can't continue on. I'm just going to ignore him. Because we've not got the relevant power-ups. However, I did miss that Guardian Crystal. Find the power that stinging ones protect. Find the power that the stinging ones protect. Now that could mean either jellyfish, or it was mentioned to us in the previous episode by one of the dolphins in Perils of the Coral Reef that there are manta rays and stingrays. I'm not entirely sure if manta rays actually can sting, but the stingrays, I think the clue's kind of in the name. With it, reach the falling water, so a waterfall, and use its power to pass the teeth of stone. So that kind of sounds like it's suggesting that we will potentially be passing this if we can find the power that the stinging ones protect. Of course, we've not found that yet, but this certainly looks like teeth of stone to me. And it does actually look aptly like a crocodile as well. Hopefully we don't meet any anytime soon. And what's this way? That looks conspicuous. Don't want to chat. Were they there? And I went all the way back. That's brilliant. I would like to go back to the section with... Ah, look, there's our first stingray. And yep, that's what they do, they come up and give you a little kiss there. Send him into Narnia, some alternate universe that he went into there, just disappeared. Right, so we're going to come back here a little bit later on, so I'm not going to worry too much about getting all the Vitalites, because I want to kind of still explore it maybe a little bit later. So we're just going to power on with the rest of the level and meet up with the dolphin that we saved earlier. And I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this guy, get rid of him. So where are we going? Here. So the dolphin that we saved from the sharks earlier has turned up at the tall rocks. Is there anything interesting down that cave? Show me. Let's head down and have a wee look. Of course, we've seen that the octopus is down here. He should come down. Where is he? Now, the idea of what we're supposed to be doing here is he's basically bait for us. He's like kind of little stupid daft dolphin that doesn't really know what he's doing. He has gone inside though, and I just didn't notice. And if we were to try and get through here ourselves, he would basically grab us, get in the way. But this dolphin's going to help us out a little bit. I thought the great octopus was just a story. But if it is real, the Cave of Secrets must exist as well. If we work together, maybe we can get by. So he's going to go and get himself caught here, and I am going to get past him by slamming into him and then teleporting past him. And now we'll be going on to 4 Ways of Mystery. Now this level is the first level in the game, in my opinion, that is particularly difficult because it is entirely underwater. We no longer have access, or at least ready access to the surface. And it is a maze. So you will be getting lost and going around and round and round and round. And we do have 5 Vitalites to find in this level as well. So I'm sure that will be fun for us. This intro's showing us quite a lot here. It's showing us that there's a bit of confusion. Which way do you go? Even the developers were aware that they were being arseholes with this one. And it did also show you that crystal as well, which makes a kind of weird noise. Something just shot past. But yep, that's where we came from. Oh, look at that. This is a clam, and I'm pretty sure if you sonar it, it opens up and it will reveal a peril. Also, more importantly, release air for Ecco. So we're going to have to be a little bit more efficient in thinking outside the box now for how to maintain Ecco's air level. This is quite a spooky place. Let's see, what have we got in the middle? Let's chat to the Guardian first. Find first the Recluse, and from him learn his song. Then, shielded by Manta, you may pass the Foul One. What the Foul One is. We're also shown a couple of eels, and if we were to stray too far in a certain direction, I can't quite remember which side it is. Yeah, this way here. You will get instantly killed by that ceiling dweller over there. I'm just going to check out what this vision glyph is going to show us. So yeah, it's showing us the crystals here. They have some sort of power. There's a pool with a manta ray and a dolphin. That could be the Recluse. Okay, so we know that we have to find that. And we also have a power up here. When they're spiky, kind of star-shaped like this means this is the kind of learning power. So if we touch this, we'll obtain or master the power of air. Glyphs of air replenish your breath and extend your underwater time. Brilliant. Really, really useful. Of course, don't really know where that is. So I thought I'd just read a little bit from the guide here actually, and I'll try and pop it over the screen. It says, 4 ways of mystery is where Ecco really gets interesting and really hard. Yep, I would agree with that. This is where the difficulty level is almost like a vertical wall at this point. You're stuck in a series of caves with very little surface air to breathe. It actually says to breath. The main way to fill your lungs here is with the pockets or packets of air bubbles that can be found throughout the tunnels, and using the coloured crystals very carefully. Of course, you can see how I'm getting the vital information from that as well. But it also says about the Isle of Tranquility, the 4-hole maze. So there are 4 directions that we can go in this opening section. And, oh, we actually have a dolphin here, which I completely somehow managed to miss. Nope, I don't want them following me. When the water trembled, the rocks tumbled, and the glyphs spoke for the guardian no more. I knew you'd come, Ecco. Further challenge awaits you. You must find old way into Atlantis, the way none have gone since the Guardian was raised. So that's interesting. So this one's saying that the Guardian stones changed after the Guardian was ruined. So possibly my theory of the glyphs being spread out everywhere is not because of the Guardian being broken up. I'm not too sure. But he's also saying that the Guardian was raised at some point. So that big crystal centre obelisk in Atlantis that was putting the force field around the Earth was raised at some point. So we're taking the scenic route, basically. But bravery and strength are not enough. None may pass unless they learn the powers of the glyphs and songs of the seas. You have taken the first steps of this journey, but be warned, between teeth in the shrine, there'll be none to help you. So I think that's a reference between the kind of crocodile looking rock, which has already been referred to as teeth by the Guardian. The shrine, not too sure. Could that be something to do with Atlantis? That would possibly have a shrine in it. But essentially this dolphin's saying that area is uncharted territory now. Nobody goes there, and we'll be on our own. Now I can't quite remember which direction we have to go here, but I do believe that having learned the power of air has unlocked a certain area. I just realised that I'm not breathing air, so thankfully we do have little pockets of bubbles here which replenish. Which way? Whoa, not that way. Well, that's what happens when you get caught with the moray eel. Try and not do that again. I was actually just trying to find that. Is this pointed us in? No, that was the start. Okay. Do we still have the... Yeah, we've still got the power of air, so that's fine. Okay, let's try and follow on here. So we can't go that way because moray eel's that way. That's where we started. What's this direction? There's an eel there as well, trying to munch on some fish. That is the big moray eel, so I don't know what I was talking about. It did actually come out the ceiling at me. This way? Yes, right. So had we not picked up that the power of air learning glyph, this would have been solid. We wouldn't have been able to pass through it, but now we can pick it up. We can pass through here, and you can see that our air meter is filled massively. Now we need to try and figure out which way to go. So I am actually going to bring up the map. So if we go right or straight on, we're going to hit dead ends, so I'm not too bothered about that. Left is, we've got these, what are these, barnacles? No, not barnacles. Can't remember what they're called. Anyway, they sting you. They get you. there's lots of them, and I have a sneaking suspicion that we have to come back this way in a bit of a rush, because obviously going through here for the first time we have the power of air, so we can kind of take our time, but coming back this way probably going to have to be a little bit quicker if we want to make it in one breath. That's why there's lots of clams and these crystals along the way as well. Okay, we've met another junction, let's just see. Brilliant. Right, well we know that we don't go left because I can actually see on the map that's a dead end, so we'll go straight on. Yeah, if you thought Ecco was all about ow, 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 ow. Like how it put some fish just after that. If you thought Ecco was all fun and games, jumping in and out of water, you kind of get a bit of a culture shock in this level. And that's us already ran out of the air power up. Don't think I can go right there, that looks like a dead end, but it also kind of looks like a non-unlocked bit of the map. Not too sure what that is, but I'm going to go straight on anyway, because that seems a bit more fruitful. Oh, well, yeah. You also kind of get punished a little bit for rushing, as we just seen there. But here we are, we've reached that pool of water that we've seen in the vision glyph, with the rather large manta ray and what I assume is the recluse. What is this, a stranger? I've been alone so long I almost forgot what another dolphin's song sounded like. Ah. For 19 tides did I try to slip past the crafty octopus. It was only with the help of another that I got by, so same way as us. So I entered these caves of secrets only to find that I lacked the talents to use the power of the crystals. But then I found this quiet pool and I learned to sing to the rays. Now the manta is my friend and we are content. Oh, how wonderful for them. I will teach you the ray song if you can catch me one great fish which looks like shy and the sun. Oh sorry, looks like sky and the sun when it's high. Jeez, oh, okay. So the sky and the sun when it's high, so blue and yellow, I'm gonna assume. See, wants a big fish, so this is kind of why this level's a bit of a see you next Tuesday. Try and get back to the main bit as quickly as possible. I don't think these crystals help you, it's only the ones that have got the kind of magical effect inside them. Like this here. So that refills both your health and your air meter as well. Which way do I go? I think it's actually should have went right. And this should take us back to where we picked up the power of air. We got rudely munched on there. Right, let's try and find this fish. See what we can do. I have a bad habit of charging, and unfortunately when you do that, that looked like the fish there. Yeah, it must be. Ecco will actually auto-aim to the nearest thing that he technically can interact with. And sometimes that's jellyfish. And that is incredibly frustrating. Is this the way that we want to go? Nope. That is one big fish. Look at him. Oh, that's an even bigger one. Stay away from that. Right. Pick up power of air. Try and get through this. Try and get through this as quickly as possible. Because of course, going through the same tunnel 3 times in a row is immensely fun for everybody involved, including you guys watching. So hopefully, once we deliver this fish to him, he will teach us a song that helps us get past that Moriel. And I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to involve his friend Manta Ray. And we nearly died. That's incredible. And of course, because I've got this massive fish in my mouth, I can't collect any fish to actually help heal myself. They don't disappear for long. But I definitely do not want to touch another one. Oh man. Right, okay. Right, let's try and get through this as quickly as possible. Get rid of these since we know that they're lethal as if you get stuck in them. Don't go too fast though, otherwise we'll end up charging straight through them. That is what I'm talking about. That is... I'm going to end up dying again. Absolutely unreal. As much as I probably get past these next set of oh, no. Okay, I'll catch you there once we have got there. Right, finally, we made it after more tries than I care to admit, but we have got back with the fish. Hopefully he is happy with it. You brought me the fish I so wanted. For all of your efforts, your kindness and patience, definitely patience, I will teach you my song commanding all rays. Sing that to mantas and they will swim where you point them. Sing it to stingrays and they will scatter at once. That was a funny noise I made at the end as well. I'm going to get some health, I'm going to get some air. Look at that wonderful, wonderful seeding of water. And just by chance we've seen that there's a vital up there, so I'm going to get that. Possibly. Am I? Where is it? There we go. Right, that's the first vitalet that we've got in this section. Let's chat to this bad boy. So we need him to get underneath the eel. And this part of the game, for many people, is probably kind of traumatic because controlling this guy can be quite difficult. Now, I believe that on the PlayStation 2 version, they did actually try and improve this a little bit. And once he's in the tunnel, he will automatically follow the rest of the way, whereas if you're playing the Dreamcast version, you continually have to keep sonaring him forward. Where is he going? That way? No, not that way. This way. Is he following us, or...? How does this work? What else have you got to say? Sorry, just having a little sip of coffee there. You cannot leave the way you came. You must pass the giant moray eel. Perhaps the manta of the tunnels can help you. Yeah, well, if the manta would go the direction that I'm trying to push him, that would be a huge improvement. I think because I'm spending so long doing this, I'm losing loads of air and I have to keep coming back up. And by the time I've come up and gone back down to get him, he's started floating away. Stupid piece of ham. It's completely the wrong way. I don't remember ever having this many problems with him before. Legit just go in the cave. I feel like he should be lower down. I don't understand. Like, he should have started lower down. No. There's like not even a school of fish in front of me. Yeah, keep going down. because he had spun around, he's now pointing in the complete wrong direction. Managed to call one fish over to me. That's brilliant. Would you just go in the cave? Go in the cave. This has to be a bug or something, surely. He's not even going the direction that I'm telling him at this point. That is just... This is just pure painful. Do I have to be down a bit? Okay, so I figured out what I was actually doing was wrong anyway, so that's my fault. We're supposed to not steal the manta ray off Dolphin, of which it is his only friend, and we're supposed to go to a different route where there's actually a second manta ray. I did admittedly have to look at the guide for that one because that was going to really annoy me. I was so confident that was the correct thing to do. Right, this is the red looking route. This is where we want to be, I think. Right, finally, we've reached where we're supposed to be. I'm going to take my frustrations out in these two sharks. Wait, I so want to. So this is where we're supposed to come. We're only supposed to learn the song of the manta ray from that guy, not actually steal his manta ray. This is the correct one because he is at the proper height to get through the tunnel, of course. My fault, I totally forgot that, but I was definitely starting to get pretty frustrated. Now, could you go that way, please? That would be amazing. He's got the turn and circle of a truck, which is always helpful. Go that way. So yeah, now he should be kind of on a straight and narrow through here. Of course he's taking his time and I'm getting bitten by all sorts of shit. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we can just follow him through. I think he's just on rails now. Whereas if we were playing the Dreamcast version, we'd be continually having to tell him to move forward. Which would be an absolute nightmare, to be honest. I already kind of experienced that by trying to get the wrong mana into the caves. But this one's a little bit nicer to me. Might as well use that. I did actually miss a Vitalit back there, but I'll go back and get it at that point. In fact, I might do that just now. Now, where's the Vitalit? Yeah, it should be... Yes, it is there. It's right at the surface. Perfect. So we've got one Vitalit that is behind where the Moray eel is. And we have one that should be up here as well, I think. Yep. That's the third one. And then we should be able to, well, some flexibility on that thing. Should be able to go underneath the Moray eel now. And we'll be able to get the fourth Vitalit that we can get, and then that is us. Done and dusted. This utter nonsense level. Yes, there we go. That was enough to get him out of my way. So we've reached this bit. The current is too strong down here to go normally, but if we follow this rock, should be no problem. But yep, there we go. Down and out. And this bit looks a bit conspicuous. It's very dark. I believe if we go this way we should find the fourth and final violet. Where did I just come from? It's the problem with this game, man. It is so confusing, so disorientating, especially in these bits. What the hell is that? I don't know where the hell I'm going. We'll go this way. I actually can't really see. It's back the way that I came. Oh my. Left. Nope. Go right. I'd actually be quite happy just with a little pocket of air at this point. Oh no. I can't even get Ecco to move. No joke. Oh, gee. That's just painful. Please be a pocket of air here. Why? That's a bit creepy. Yep. Yeah, we really need to get a move on now because Ecco is about to run out of air and don't know where the hell we're going. Right, straight on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Got no time to waste. Go, move, out of the way. Tons of eels. This is not good. Oh, okay. Well, we didn't find the last violet that we wanted, but we have made our way back to the perils of the coral reef. I think I'm going to leave it there for today. Again, if you liked the video, hit the like button and leave a comment, let me know what you think so far. Bye for now.